This video is about the new features in ArchiFrame 2022. The most important new updates enable attaching a new plank to an existing element, adding new corner covering planks, and displaying detailed dimensions in board elevation drawings. In addition, this video will cover improved element IDs, 5 new element-related improvements, improved display settings, and new options for exports and joints. ArchiFrame also now offers a Portuguese option for the UI, an Italian library option when you install ArchiFrame, and support for Archicad 26. For a full list of ArchiFrame 2022 updates, please see the AF version's PDF file, which can be found in the video description. Let's start with adding a new plank to an existing element. For example, you might want to add a horizontal plank in the stairway to attach the staircase. First, select the element that you want to add planks to. Then confirm the selection by going to Plank Tools, where you can choose Add and then pick Target Element. To add grooves around the new plank, click Add again and then select Show the Extended Groove tool. Here I will choose 1 mm of oversize on each side. Now I will open the floor plan view where I can add the new plank. I will input the height of the top corner of the plank and the angle of the plank, which I have pre-measured. Then I will place the plank and leave it a bit short on both ends. Now in the 3D view, I will adjust the new plank's ends to match the wall studs. I can also copy the new plank. Now both of the new diagonal planks are now part of the element. The grooves around both planks are also visible. When the edits to the wall element are finished, open the Plank Tools, Add menu again, and click Reset Target Element. This ensures that any new planks that will be added will no longer be attached to the previous element. Then let's move on to the corner cover planks. The first step is to define the Archicad layer where you want to add your corner covers. Then select the Archicad geometry as a basis for the corner covers. You must choose at least one pair of adjacent walls on each side of the corner. You can also choose pairs of walls from different stories in order to create continuous corner cover planks. Note that the order in which you click on the last two walls matters. The second to last wall will be the side 1 and the last will be side 2. I will also select the Archicad roof, which will cut the corner cover planks in the roof's angle. The next step is to open the ArchiCorners dialog, either from the Plank Tool's Special Operations or from the Element Tool's ArchiCorners button. In the ArchiCorners window, you can choose an offset for how to cut the corner planks relative to the roof, the dimensions of the two corner planks, the offsets and position of the two corner planks relative to the wall, and the position of the two corner planks relative to each other. Note that the T-plank option is mainly intended for log building, where walls intersect in a T-shape. Here is the result. So we have a continuous corner piece that extends from the ground floor to the roof. The angle is cut according to the roof angle. Note that if your corner pieces overlap with one another, you should check that your Archicad walls are completely aligned at different stories and are at an exact 90-degree angle relative to neighbouring walls. On the other hand, if your corner pieces overlap with Archicad walls, this is most likely caused by the corner piece's anchor point settings. Next, I will demo ArchiFrame's new options for dimension drawings for boards. Note that this feature is still in the beta phase, so please let us know if you have any suggestions for improvements or other feedback. The first update here is the possibility to edit grooves through the dimension drawing. First, I need to add the grooves to the CLT element, which is modeled as a board in the 3D view. In the dimension drawing, I can edit the groove by, for example, straightening it and I can also add a drill hole on top of the groove. Next, I will make a more detailed dimension drawing for this board using ArchiFrame's new drawing style for boards. This can be done in the plank tools in the dimension drawing dialog. I will select the style called Dev for boards. This style shows the dimensions of each edge, including the edges of the drill hole and groove we just added. If you want to create dimension drawings for planks instead of boards, ArchiFrame also offers several drawing styles for those. Just select your planks in the 3D view and select a suitable style. To demonstrate these options, I will first add the dimension drawings for all these planks in a single frame. Then I will return to the 3D view and switch to one part per frame, which replaces the previous drawing with separate drawings for each plank. Next, let's have a look at 6 new element tools, starting with the possibility to give IDs to planks in an element based on each plank's role within the element. For example, in this image, top plates have a different ID series than regular studs, or horizontal planks around windows. Adding these special IDs requires editing the XML file or a Lua script. For more information, please search for Renum script in the ArchiFrame manual or contact us for more help. Then let's look at the second new option to automatically add side planks to floor elements. In the plan view, I will first select the outermost floor joint. Then in the Element Tools dialog, in the Set Element Options tab, I will click the Floor Side Pieces button. The pieces should be added to the left side of my selected plank. This will add the planks along the Archicad grid lines in the floor plan. The new planks are now part of the floor element. If you update the element, ArchiFrame will generate IDs for the side pieces. The third new element option also relates to floors and lets you add marking grooves for floor elements. This can again be done in the Set Element Options window. First, in the Marking Groove settings, tick the Floor Element Grooves box, and then tick the box to add marking grooves for the selected element. The marking grooves will then become visible both in the plan view and in 3D. Now let's move on to the fourth new element option, allowing you to automatically cut studding. I will update one of my walls so that it has horizontal studding and recreate planks. You can see my new wall definition here. Then I will select the new horizontal studding and open the Set Element Options tab in the Element Tools. Here there is a new option to automatically cut studding. In the settings, I will define the maximum and minimum length of the cut studs, as well as the overlap between studs. Now when I tick the box, the cuts will appear. The fifth new element tool lets you extend a lintel to the king stud's outer edges. In the Element Options lintel settings, I will choose the option to add the lintel to the back of the element, and I will simply tick the box Extend Beam to furthest side of the king studs, and here is the result. The sixth and final update related to elements is the ability to add drill holes for lifting. I will first select the top plate and the two vertical studs where drill holes for lifting the elements should be placed. Then I will navigate to Plank Tools and Special Operations and select Element Lifting Drillings Wall Top. Here I can adjust the settings for the drill holes. And now the holes will become visible in the element elevation and also in 3D. As usual, the drill holes can be deleted via the extended Plank Tools. Then let's move on to the display-related updates, starting with displaying reinforcements. I will demo this part using a client model. First, a quick recap on adding reinforcements automatically. So to add the reinforcements, go to Plank Tools, Special Operations, Automatic Reinforcement. In projects that use the old ArchiFrame library version, reinforcements are only shown in the plan view as control points. I will now update the AF library to make the reinforcements visible. So now the reinforcements are shown in the floor plan as black fills. In the object selection settings, it is possible to change the fill color by going to All Parameters, View Settings, and then editing the machining's pen parameter. I will set the color to turquoise. The second update related to display settings is the ability to apply Archicad drawing order settings to ArchiFrame element elevations and layouts. For example, in this elevation, I might want to show the planks in front of the boards. I could apply this change by opening the Archicad Edit menu and then choosing Display Order and Bring to Front. Now the planks have a brighter turquoise color than before, since they are no longer behind the boards. If I create a layout of this element elevation, the display order in the view will be preserved in the layout. Then let's move on to our last two topics, exports and joints. In the Plank Tools Quantity Takeoffs and CNC Export section, there is a new option to export data in the BVX 2.0 format. This format can be read by Hundecker CNC machines. I will save the selected framing in BVX format. And then I could open it in Hundecker's Cambium application, where it is possible to view the framing in 3D. ArchiFrame's BTL CNC Writer now supports dovetail joints and tenon and mortise joints. The joint tool itself has also been updated with new options. First, in settings for dovetail joints, it is now possible to set a negative value in the tenon height field. This setting has no influence on the tenon itself, but ensures that the mortise is twice the height of the tenon. By contrast, with a positive tenon height value, the mortise can become very large. The second update for dovetail joints is the possibility to input a negative value in the broadening angle up field. If this value is positive, the one side of the tenon is flat. With a negative value, both sides of the tenon are rounded. The third joint update is that it is now possible to add many tenon and mortise or dovetail joints to the end of a plank, so that each joint is anchored to a different side of the plank. Finally, ArchiFrame 2022 offers a new joint type called the Hobofix joint, which contains a metal plate.